Rising from the Shadows of Abuse, A Tale of Love and Redemption by Reuben White. In the depths of despair, Betty Hinn found the strength to escape the clutches of a toxic relationship. Her story is one of resilience, hope, and the transformative power of love. For years, Betty had endured the torment of an abusive marriage. Charles, her husband, had inflicted upon her the wounds of fear, shame, and self-doubt. He had shattered her self-esteem, making her feel unloved and unworthy. But Betty reached a breaking point one fateful day when she decided that enough was enough. She couldn't allow her two precious daughters, Diana and Donna, to suffer any longer in an environment tainted by emotional and physical abuse. It was a decision that would change the course of their lives forever. Betty's friends and family had noticed the signs, the bruises that hid beneath long sleeves and sunglasses worn indoors, the haunted look in her eyes. They knew something was amiss, but Betty had carried the burden of her secret for far too long. The time had come to break free. With trembling hands and a heart heavy with uncertainty, Betty packed her meager belongings and those of her daughters. Charles, a construction worker who earned a decent income, had always been their sole provider, but Betty was determined to sever ties with the man who had become a monster. Leaving was a gamble, but the stakes were far higher if she remained. Betty began to envision a life where she and her daughters could flourish, where happiness and prosperity could be their everyday companions. Her family was divided in their support, and her circle of friends had dwindled, revealing the harsh truth about some relationships, fair-weathered allies or potential foes disguised as friends. But Betty knew she had to navigate this treacherous journey alone if necessary. She had to believe in herself. With the limited resources she had, Betty managed to secure a one-bedroom apartment, which they ingeniously transformed into a cozy sanctuary. To make ends meet, she accepted a job as a custodian at a luxurious five-star hotel chain. The pay was modest, but it was a starting point on her path to independence and healing. Betty was only 28 years old, but life had carved deep wrinkles of experience into her soul. She had borne Diana at the tender age of 16 and welcomed Donna into her world at 20. They had grown up in an environment of pain and suffering, but Betty was determined to change their narrative. One day, an unexpected opportunity arose. Betty was called in to set up conference rooms for major corporate meetings. Little did she know that her radiant beauty would attract the attention of someone who would change the course of her life forever. Carlton Sanders, the CEO of the global hotel chain, observed Betty with awe as she worked diligently to create an exquisite ambience for important business gatherings. His wealth and status were concealed from her, but his fascination with her was plain to see. He couldn't resist being drawn to her light. In the weeks that followed, Betty found herself the recipient of countless bouquets of breathtaking roses, each accompanied by an anonymous card. Her heart raced as she wondered who could be behind these gestures of kindness. A month later, an unexpected delivery arrived at her workplace. Inside an intricately decorated gift box lay the most beautiful dress she had ever seen, along with an expensive handbag and luxurious shoes. A gift card accompanied the package, offering her a day of pampering at a spa, a hair appointment, and a manicure. The card still bore the enigmatic signature, anonymous. It also held a promise, instructing her to prepare for a special evening at Chateau Bistro. Tears of wonder glistened in Betty's eyes as she contemplated the mysterious benefactor who seemed to genuinely care for her well-being. Her nerves tangled with curiosity and fear, but she couldn't ignore the possibility of a brighter future. She confided in her wise neighbor, Miss Doris, who encouraged her to seize this opportunity, reminding her that life was full of unexpected blessings. Miss Doris graciously agreed to look after Diana and Donna, allowing Betty to embrace the unknown. The evening arrived, and a sleek Bentley limousine pulled up in front of her modest apartment at 7:30 p.m. The chauffeur, with a warm smile, wordlessly ushered her into the luxurious car. Betty's heart raced with anticipation as she embarked on a journey into the unknown. When she entered Chateau Bistro, Betty's eyes met the man behind the enigmatic gestures. Carlton Sanders, the CEO, introduced himself with charm and grace. Handsome and charismatic, he radiated a magnetic aura. He confessed that from the moment he first laid eyes on her, he knew she was the one he wanted to spend the rest of his life with. In her, he found a purity of spirit and a strength of character that he had never encountered before. As time passed, Betty and Carlton's love blossomed. He showed her that love could heal wounds, mend broken spirits, and build a future brighter than she had ever imagined. With Carlton's unwavering support and love, Betty found her voice, her confidence, and her happiness. Betty and Carlton were married, creating a loving and nurturing home for Diana and Donna. Together, they flourished in an environment where love was the cornerstone, where past scars were replaced by hope, and where the darkness of Betty's abusive relationship was banished forever. In the end, Betty's story is a testament to the indomitable strength of the human spirit. It teaches us that, even in the darkest of times, there is a glimmer of hope. It reminds us that love has the power to heal, to transform, and to inspire. And most importantly, it reaffirms that we should never be defined by our past, but rather by our ability to rise above it and embrace the love and happiness we deserve. The moral of Betty's story is this: love is the most potent force in the universe. It has the power to lift us out of the deepest abyss, to heal the most profound wounds, and to lead us to a future filled with joy and fulfillment. Betty's journey from darkness to light serves as a reminder that, no matter how dire our circumstances may seem, we have the capacity to rewrite our own stories and create a life filled with love, happiness, and hope.